but it's a title soaked in blood I didn't ask for. You think this armor glistens with glory? No. It's heavy with the weight of battles I never wanted. It carries the screams of the lost, the souls I couldn't save. The hardest part isn't the fight. It's the silence that follows after the steel stops clashing, when you're left alone with your thoughts, drowning in a sea of regret. There's nothing noble about this pain. It's a scar that's been carved into my very bones. They see the victories, the moments of triumph, but they don't see the nights I spent alone, gripping the sword hilt like it's the only thing keeping me from sinking into the void. You don't know what it's like to win a battle and feel like you've lost something greater. Every triumph tastes like ashes because the cost is always too damn high. You think you know pain. You have no idea what it's like to look into the eyes of someone who trusted you, someone who thought you were invincible, only to watch that light fade away. It haunts you. It breaks you. The weight of their last breath. The look that says, "Why couldn't you save me?" I hear it every night. It's a nightmare I can't escape. People call me a hero, but I'm no savior. I'm just a man who's lost too much. Someone who keeps fighting because he's too broken to stop. They don't know how many times I've begged for it to end. How many times I've stood on the edge, staring into the abyss, wishing it would swallow me whole. But I keep going, not because I'm strong, but because I've got nothing left to lose. When you've lost everything, the pain becomes your only companion. It's the one thing that stays when everything else crumbles. I'm more than just a survivor. I'm the broken pieces that refuse to die, a scar that never heals. You see this sword? It's stained with the blood of both friend and foe. It's been my shield and my curse. Every strike I've landed, every life I've taken, it's etched into my soul like a brand. I feel their presence, the ones who fell by my hand. They're a part of me now, shadows I could never escape. And every step I take, it's like I'm dragging their ghosts along with me. I've seen warriors stronger than me fall, men who fought with fire in their hearts, with dreams they held on to like lifelines. They crumbled like dust in the end. I watched the light leave their eyes, and I knew. It's not strength that keeps you standing. It's the will to bear the unbearable, to embrace the suffering until it consumes you, until it becomes you. I've walked through the fires of hell, and the only thing that's kept me from burning away completely is the hatred, the pure, unrelenting rage that pulses through my veins. It's the anger that keeps me alive, the refusal to give in, to let this world see me break. They expect me to crumble, to fall apart under the weight of it all. But I won't give them the satisfaction. I won't be another body left in the dirt. I refuse. You want to know why I keep fighting? It's because I'm tired of being the one left behind. I'm sick of standing over graves, of digging the dirt with my bare hands, burying those who should have outlived me. I fight because I don't know how to stop. It's the only thing that numbs the pain, the only thing that drowns out the voices in my head. But don't mistake me for a hero. I'm no beacon of hope. I'm a storm that never settles, a flame that can't be extinguished. I've become the very thing I used to fear, the relentless, unforgiving force that doesn't know mercy. Because mercy is what got us here. It's what broke me. It's what left me standing here, alone, surrounded by memories I can't bear to keep, but can't afford to lose. You think strength is about muscles, about how many enemies you can cut down? No. Real strength is the ability to keep going when every part of you is screaming to stop. It's waking up every day with a heart that feels like it's made of lead, dragging yourself forward when you'd rather just lie down and give up. It's looking into the darkness and saying, "You can have me, but not yet. Not yet. I'm not a warrior because I wanted to be. I'm a warrior because the world gave me no choice. It broke me, shattered me into pieces, and I had to stitch myself back together with blood and tears. I had to forge my own armor from the scraps of what was left. And now, it's all I have. This pain, it's mine. It's the only thing that's real anymore. They say time heals all wounds. That's a lie told by those who haven't bled enough. Time doesn't heal. It just dulls the edges, makes you numb enough to keep moving. But the scars remain. They're the reminders of every battle, every loss, every moment you were torn apart and forced to put yourself back together. They're the proof that you survived, but they're also the proof of everything you couldn't save. I'm tired. God, I'm so tired, but I can't rest, not yet. There's still too much left undone, too many debts unpaid. I'm a storm, raging against a world that tried to bury me. And maybe one day I'll fall, maybe one day I'll be the one left bleeding out on the ground. But not today. Today, I rise again. Not because I'm strong, but because I have nothing left to lose. I'm not a survivor. I'm the ruin that refuses to crumble. I'm the ashes that won't scatter. I'm more than what this world tried to make me. And even though it's broken me 1,000 times, I'll keep fighting. I'll keep going until there's nothing left. Because that's who I am. I am the last breath before the silence, the scream in the void, the warrior who stands alone, crying tears that could drown the world, yet still refuses to fall. So if you're listening, if you think you can understand even a fraction of this, then remember, it's not about winning. It's not about glory. It's about the fight. It's about standing up when everything inside you begs to stay down. It's about becoming the darkness that this world fears, because you've lived through every nightmare it could throw at you. I'm more than just a survivor. I'm a monument of suffering, a warrior who's learned that the only way out is through. And I'll keep going, through the blood, through the tears, until there's nothing left but ashes. Because that's what it means to be more than a survivor. That's what it means to be me. But what is there left to say? You look at me and think you see a warrior, a symbol of resilience, someone who's unbreakable. But look closer. Look beyond the scars carved into my flesh. Do you see the cracks running deeper than the blade marks? Do you see the emptiness behind these eyes, where hope once lived but now lies dead, buried under layers of loss? You can call me strong if it makes you feel better, if it gives you some comfort to believe there's someone out here who can withstand it all. But strength isn't a choice. It's a necessity. It's what's left when everything else is stripped away, when you've been pushed past every limit, and still you rise. It's the broken pieces that refuse to shatter completely that found a way to hold on even when the grip was slipping. I wasn't born a warrior. I was molded into one by the world's cruelty, by the betrayals I never saw coming, by the ones who promised they'd be there and vanished when the storm hit hardest. I became this because I had no choice, because the pain became a part of me, and I couldn't let go of it without losing myself entirely. You see this armor I wear, it's not made of steel. It's made of the promises broken, of the words left unspoken, of the cries no one heard. It's forged from the nights I sat alone, drenched in sweat, tears, wondering if it was all worth it, wondering why I keep getting up when it would be so much easier to just lie down and let the darkness swallow me whole. I remember their faces, every single one of them, the ones I fought beside, who fell before me, the ones who looked up to me, believing I could protect them. I still hear their voices in the wind, calling out to me, asking why I couldn't save them. And the truth is, sometimes I don't have an answer. Sometimes I don't know why I was the one left standing when they were cut down. Survivor's guilt, they call it. But it's more than that. It's like a chain wrapped around my soul, pulling tighter with every memory. It's a reminder that no matter how hard I fight, no matter how many enemies I face, I can't save everyone. And maybe that's the hardest truth I've had to learn, that some battles are meant to be lost. That no matter how much blood you spill, how much you scream and rage, you can't always win. The world doesn't care about your strength. It doesn't care how many times you've bled for it. It will keep testing you, breaking you, pushing you to the edge, just to see if you'll fall. But I've learned to embrace the fall. I've learned to find power in the descent, to find a twisted kind of comfort in the chaos. Because the pain, it's all I've got left. It's the only thing that's real anymore. It's a reminder that I'm still here, that I'm still fighting, even when there's nothing left to fight for. You want to call me a warrior? Fine. But know this, it's not a title I carry with pride. It's a burden I've had to bear, a curse disguised as a gift. It's a reminder of every soul I couldn't save, of every moment I couldn't change. It's a testament to a life spent in battle, where the only reward is survival. And let me tell you, survival isn't a gift. It's a scar. It's a wound that never heals, a constant ache that gnaws at you from the inside out. I've stood on the battlefield, surrounded by the bodies of friends and enemies alike, and I've felt nothing. No triumph, no victory, just emptiness, just a hollow, echoing silence that fills the void where my heart used to be. I've become numb to the violence, desensitized to the bloodshed. It's just another day, another fight, another chance to feel something other than this aching void. But even in this darkness, there's a flicker, a small burning ember deep inside, one I can't extinguish no matter how hard I try. It's the part of me that still remembers what it felt like to hope, to believe there was something better out there. It's the part that whispers in the dead of night, when the silence is too loud and the ghosts come calling. It tells me to keep fighting, to keep pushing forward, even though every step feels like dragging a boulder uphill. Maybe that's the real curse of being a warrior, not the battles, not the blood, but the hope you can't quite kill, the hope that against all odds, there's still something worth fighting for, that one day you'll find a reason to lay down your sword and finally rest, that one day the weight of it all won't crush you. But until then, you keep going. You keep bearing the scars because they're the only proof you have that you lived, that you fought, that you mattered. You want to know what it means to be more than a survivor? It means you carry the dead with you. It means you live for the ones who can't, even when it tears you apart. It means you keep your head up, even when the tears won't stop falling. It means you scream into the void and dare it to scream back. I'm not here for glory. I'm not here for honor. I'm here because the pain is the only thing that's real. I'm here because I've learned to find strength in the suffering, to use the darkness as my shield. I'm here because I have nothing left but the fight, and I refuse to let it end until I say it's over. So, if you're still listening, if you're still trying to understand, then know this. I didn't choose this path. It chose me. It took everything I loved, everything I held dear, and left me with nothing but rage and regret. And yet, here I am, still standing, still fighting, because I'm more than just a survivor. I'm the nightmare that refuses to die. I'm the broken pieces that have learned to cut. I'm the storm that keeps raging even when there's nothing left to destroy. I am a warrior, not because I want to be, but because I have to be. Because there's no other way. Because the world doesn't stop breaking you, and the only choice you have is to break it back. And maybe one day, when it's all over, when the dust settles and the smoke clears, I'll finally be able to rest. But until then, I'll keep going. I'll keep fighting. Because that's what it means to be more than a survivor. That's what it means to be me. And here I am, speaking to the void like it might answer back, like these words might carry a weight that's more than just air. But I've learned the hard way. Words are all we have left when everything else falls apart. It's the voice in your head that keeps you from slipping away. It's the only sound in the silence of a shattered life. So I keep talking because it's the only thing that makes me feel human anymore. But let's be real. There's nothing human about this kind of existence. It's raw, animalistic. It's living on the edge of a knife. Every breath a struggle, every step a war. And sometimes I wonder if I've crossed a line, if I've become something less than human, more like a ghost haunting the battlefield, a shade that's neither dead nor truly alive, just existing in this endless cycle of pain. You think the scars are just on the outside? No, they go deeper than the flesh. They're carved into my very soul. It's the memories that haunt me, the flash of a blade, the sound of a dying breath, the eyes that go blank when the light leaves them. Those are the scars you can't see, the ones that wake me up at night in a cold sweat, screaming into the dark. I've seen too much. I've felt too much. It's like the sorrow has seeped into my bones, making them brittle, fragile. And yet, here I am, still standing, still breathing, still fighting. Because what else is there? What do you do when the only thing you've ever known is war? When the fight is the only thing that makes the numbness fade? Even if just for a moment? It's like I'm chasing a ghost, searching for a battle I can't win, but one I can't afford to lose either. It's the only purpose I have left. But don't think for a second that it makes me strong. No, it's not strength, it's survival. It's the desperation of a drowning man clutching at anything to keep from sinking. I fight because I'm afraid of what will happen if I stop. I fight because I know that if I ever put down this sword, I'll be left alone with the truth of it all. The truth that I'm not a hero. The truth that I'm as broken as they come. You call it bravery, but it's just fear dressed up in a warrior's guise. It's the terror of facing what's inside, the darkness I've carried with me like a second shadow. It's easier to face 100 enemies than to look in the mirror and see the monster staring back at me, because that's what I've become. A monster born of necessity, forged in the fires of every battle I couldn't walk away from. And sometimes I wonder if there's a part of me that's still human at all, if there's still a fragment left that remembers what it was like before the blood and the screams. Before I became this, I think about it sometimes. In the quiet moments, the life I could have had, the person I might have been. But but it's just a fleeting thought, a whisper drowned out by the roar of reality. There's no going back. There's no undoing what's been done. I've killed men who had families, men who had dreams. I've felt their blood on my hands, warm and thick, and I've watched the light leave their eyes. It's a feeling that never goes away, a memory that clings to you like the scent of smoke after a fire. It burns into your mind, leaves you haunted by the faces you'll never forget. And it changes you. It hardens you in ways you never wanted. It makes you question if there's anything left of the person you used to be. But I've made peace with that. I've had to, because if I didn't, I'd go mad. I'd break under the weight of it all, and I can't afford to break. Not yet. Not when there's still so much left undone, so many demons left to face. So I keep going, because the pain has become my fuel, the rage my compass. It's what drives me forward, even when every part of me screams to give up. I don't know if there's an end to this road, if there's a place where I can finally lay down my sword and rest. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't, but I've learned not to ask those kinds of questions. I've learned that it's better not to look too far ahead because the future is a mirage, a lie we tell ourselves to keep moving. It's the present that matters, the fight that's right in front of you. So that's what I do. I focus on the next step, the next breath, the next swing of the blade. It's all I can handle. It's all I can control. And if that makes me a warrior, then so be it. I never wanted this title, but it's the only one I've got left. It's the only thing that still feels like it fits. Because the truth is, I'm not a survivor. I'm a fighter. I'm the broken shards that cut deeper than any sword. I'm the howl of the wind in a barren wasteland, the last echo of a dying world. I'm the one who refused to stay down, who kept crawling forward through the mud and the blood, even when it would have been easier to just give in. And maybe that's all I am now, just a force of will, a stubborn refusal to die. But maybe that's enough. Maybe that's what it means to be a warrior. Not the victories, not the glory, but the simple, unyielding choice to keep going, to keep pushing, even when the world tells you it's time to stop. Because if I can still stand, if I can still fight, then there's still a chance. There's still a flicker of light. However dim, however fleeting. And as long as there's a fight left in me, I'll keep going. I'll keep pushing against the darkness, not because I think I can win, but because it's all I know how to do. I am more than just a survivor. I am the broken, the bleeding, the damned. I am the last gasp of a dying warrior's breath. And I'll keep fighting, keep screaming into the void until the very end, because that's who I am. And if you're listening, if you understand even a fraction of this pain, then maybe you're a warrior too. Maybe you're one of the few who knows what it's like to keep going even when there's nothing left. Maybe, just maybe, we're not as alone as we think. But until that moment comes, I'll keep standing here, sword in hand, eyes forward, ready for whatever comes next. Because I am more than just a survivor. I am the fight itself.